This is your GeordieJedi here. Quite frankly, it's becoming so fucking tedious now to watch the same thing over and over again. The problem is that with only really against Southampton have we played shite, and I mean utter shite. Other times, including today, we'll play alright, but there's always that one same single fucking problem. Striker. Okay. Now, there was a time when this was more of a compliment than quite frankly a criticism. We're lined up 4-2-3-1, identical to what we did last time and the time before that, and I think the time before that, and maybe the time before that, and then yes, maybe the time before that. Now, back when we finished 5th, this was a good thing. Pardew playing 4-3-3, there was a reason because it worked. But now, when it's not working, he still won't change the fucking formation. We're pointing this out. Riviere cannot play up there on his own. That's the end of it. This isn't a criticism of Riviere, because quite frankly, there aren't many strikers who can. Rooney can't. Rooney needed Van Persie to do well. Or he needed Van Nistelrooy, he needed Ronaldo, you know, all that kind of stuff. He needed somebody else, and Riviere's the same. He needs to play off someone, and there's nobody there. Cabella's not doing his damn job. Seriously, we'll bought Cabella to do all the dribbling. We'll see flashes of brilliance from Cabella every once in a while. Does anything come of it? No. Quite frankly, the reason why Pardew got rid of Ben Arfa was for shit like this. Personally, I disagreed with that completely, was because although he could play brilliantly at times, he lacked consistently. Ben Arfa could play for, I don't know, maybe, I'd say probably about 10 matches out of 38 he could play brilliantly. Cabella's had probably about 6, and not once has he played well. So quite frankly, this isn't progress. So there is only one problem. This is the way that Mike Ashley's going to say it. He's losing money, really. If we go down to the championship, he loses money. That's the, you know, he loses money. That's the end of it. Pardew, it seems, is going to take him down to the championship because this was a winnable game. The problem, he's making this one critical error. Bring both Riviere and Papasisi on. Why is this so fucking groundbreaking to Pardew? Bringing 2 strikers on, he fucking used to do it. He did it last season, he did it the season before that. He's put 2 strikers on before, and lo and behold, it fucking works. But now, no, he fucking refuses to. I'm sorry, this, you see, as a manager in general, I somewhat like Pardew. I think he sets the team up right, apart from the formation. Everything else is alright, you know, defensively, not too bad, apart from that 4-0. Basically, we'll ignore the 4-0 defeat as just one of those fucking things that happens. Although, quite frankly, there are people to blame for that one as well. Midfielders, they aren't doing too bad. Tiote, you know, Colback doing brilliantly. He should have really put that fucker away. He got a perfect chance. The strikers themselves aren't performing badly. Riviere and Papasisi scoring 2 in one game against Premier League opposition is testament to that. They can play well, but they don't have a chance. They do not have a single chance with the way Pardew has them out. So for that reason, he's got to go, unless he fucking changes his mind and understands that 4-4. There's nothing wrong with 4-4-2. It's his own fault for bringing in so many midfielders, quite frankly. So. Anyways, we'll get on to the actual game itself. Started off, well, funny enough, throughout the whole game I'd say we were probably the better team. I mean, we had more possession, we had more chances really, although to be honest their chances were far more destructive. We had them playing on the counter-attack, which by rights we shouldn't be able to do at the Britannia Stadium. It should be the other way around. But to be honest, they looked fucking dangerous on the counter-attack. Every time they did it, they looked I thought they looked like they were going to score. First goal came from kind of a counter-attack. It was a slow one considering the kind of stuff they'd been doing. Goes out to Moses. Moses puts in a pretty good ball to obviously Peter Crouch. Peter Crouch heads a nice header. Out jumps Colaccini. I wouldn't say it was a foul. I was thinking in my head it might have been because he held him. It sort of looked like he jumped over him, and quite frankly, I've seen fouls given for that kind of thing, even when it wasn't necessarily a foul. It was more just him out jumping him. I've seen them given, but in this case, on the foul, 1-0. Obviously, we weren't feeling too bad after this. We'd come back from 2-2 against Hull City, so we knew we could do it. There was no reason we couldn't. This seemed out of the blue. This seemed random. So there was no reason why we couldn't pull one back. Then basically the same thing happened again. We dominated possession, but our build-up was so slow. They counter-attacked. We nicked the ball off them. They had time to get about 7 players, but basically in the defensive line, which spells the point. If they're going to counter-attack you, you do one of two things. You either keep the ball away from them to stop them doing it, which we seem to try to do, or you counter the counter-attack. If they're counter-attacking, that means they've got so many men forward that you can move forward yourself. Slow as you like. Long balls, fucking hell. Part of the point of bringing in these midfielders, such as Cabela, was that we didn't have to do long balls. We didn't want to. We don't want to see it. Yet, for some unknown reason, this is what kept happening. Williamson, Colaccini, Dummett, basically the whole defensive line, including Tim Krul, is the goalkeeper. Defensive line. Balls over long balls, and we don't have the players for it. And why the hell are you trying to use long balls against Stoke City of all fucking teams? It doesn't work. We know it doesn't work. I could have told you this. A 5-year-old kid could have told you this, and quite frankly, next chance I get, I'm going to go ask one. They can tell you that it doesn't work against Stoke City because their defence is set up to stop that kind of shite. Play it at their feet, a little bit like Crystal Palace. Play it at their feet, and you're going to have no trouble. And the funny thing is, we've got the players to play at their feet, and it's just not happening. Obertan looks better than Gouffran, which is fucking something to say. I'm sorry, I'm in such a foul mood after this. Because we had every opportunity, we had every chance, from the point of Mike Ashley getting rid of him, I still think Mike Ashley's a goal. He loses money if he goes down to the Championship. For every poor performance, he loses money effectively. And, well, he spent the money, sort of. As far as he's concerned, he spent the money. As far as we're concerned, he spent about 10% of the money. As far as he's concerned, he spent the money to bring in the players Pardew wants, apart from Ferreira, apparently, who was apparently just a buy on a whim, or loan on a whim. And he's not getting the results he wants, so what do? Quite frankly, I'd sack the fucker. Fucker? Almost a fucker. Anyway. Next game, don't even care. Away to Swansea, off the top of my head. This has been the GeordieJedi. Leave a like if you can, it really helps. Subscribe if you want. Leave a link in the description below for you. May the force be with you.